Well, good morning, everyone, and thank you all for joining us. I want to thank Alder Tischler for volunteering his lawn this morning. And I think you can tell from the temperature outside that it is now officially fall in the city of Madison. And when the seasons change, that prompts us to think about how we change our yard maintenance habits. But this year, we are suggesting that if you don't want to spend as much time raking, you actually not change anything at all when it comes to mowing your lawn. Our message this year is to encourage everybody to mulch by mowing your leaves. Mulching your leaves right in place by mowing them into your lawn is a great way to keep leaves from going into our streets. And then you can use the energy that you would have spent raking your lawn to rake the leaves out of the gutter and the curb back up onto the terrace so they don't go into our lakes. Why are we focused on this? We're focused on this because the nutrients in the leaves can leach out of them when it rains and run right into our lakes, and that contributes to the phosphorus problem in our lakes. So we want to keep those nutrients out of the lakes, and the way to do that is by keeping them in the grass, whether that's bringing the trees or the leaves up onto the terrace so that the street crews can collect them, or mulching the leaves right into your lawn by simply mowing right over them. And you're going to see an example of this in just a minute. But I should tell you, if you want more information about this and if you want to get raking reminders, you should visit our streets department. But here's a really cool, new to me thing. Because the most important time to clear leaves out of the street is right before it rains, you can sign up to get raking reminders at rippleeffects.com/leaf-free streets. That's rippleeffects.com/leaf-free streets. That will give you a reminder when rain is predicted so that you know that you got to get out there and clear the street, get those leaves out of the street so they don't run down into our lakes. And this is pretty important for us. It takes a lot of energy for us to remove phosphorus from our lakes, and there's some pretty bad impacts in the summertime. So we'd like to avoid that. It also takes a significant amount of energy for us to come around the city and pick up all the leaves. So the more that you can keep leaves on your property, the less energy we're going to spend shipping them out to the composting site. So we can all help keep our climate, our lakes, and our community healthier by keeping leaves out of the streets, either by mulching or by raking them up onto the terrace. You're going to hear a lot more information about this in a minute, but I just want to thank everybody in advance for practicing good leaf maintenance this year. And I'm going to turn it over to the folks who know way more about the technical aspects of this to show you how to do it. Thanks.
Hi everyone, my name is Phil Gabler. I'm a water resource engineer in the engineering department here at the city. And if you're a resident that has traditionally kept a very tidy and cleaned up lawn and garden, right? That's all fine and good, but there are some benefits to wildlife if you leave things just a little bit messier and you reuse the nutrients that the tree has provided for you after you've mulched. So you can go through and you can use your lawnmower and just grind up the leaves right on your lawn and leave them there. But we understand that everyone's yard is unique and some people have more trees than others, and you might overwhelm your lawn with that leaf mulch. When this happens, you can then rake some of those leaves up and put them onto your garden beds. They're a great mulch. Those nutrients that cause a problem in the lake are actually beneficial to the plants growing in your garden. And if you leave some whole leaves in your garden beds as well, they provide a home and an overwintering habitat for insects and plants. A lot of moths will lay their cocoons or form their cocoons on those leaves. And all said and done, it's kind of better for everybody. If we have more wildlife, the birds eat those insects and caterpillars in the spring. That's really, really important for them. And also, it's just, you're using those resources, recycling those nutrients that were dropped onto your lawn by your trees. So we encourage you to give this a try. If it feels like a big jump, start small. Maybe start in your backyard. Every little bit you do helps, but we encourage you to give it a try this fall. Thanks.
Hello. So I'm Brian Johnson. I'm the recycling coordinator and public information officer here for the Streets Division. We're going to try to stand that guy up there. He's not going to work. Oh, wait. There it is. I'm here to talk about two things, really. One is the Streets Division's leaf collection operation, because we're the ones that do go around and collect the leaves that are placed on the terrace. But also, we do have a number of composting resources that we make available to the public. So if you're not mulching the leaves, like Phil suggests, another thing you can do to reuse those resources are to put them in compost piles in your backyard. And there's a variety of ways to do that. And so if you go to cityofmadison.com/composting, we have some guides available for you there. Also, we have these paper booklets you can pick up from any City of Madison public library that have some quick how-to guides about how to do the mixture right, where it's 3 browns, which is really these dry leaves, to 1 thing of greens, which is like your kitchen scraps and things like that, and the right recipe to mix it up, the right size for your bins. There's some troubleshooting guides on the back, and also there's links on that composting website on where to get more resources if you want more training, how to build more bins and things like that. And so go to that cityofmadison.com/composting to really learn more, to really dig in, so you can make more of that soil amendment to really kind of boost your garden come spring. And also, when it comes to leaf collection, if you still just have more than what you can compost, more than what you can mulch, and you just need the city to come around and pick it up, go to cityofmadison.com/yardwaste so you can find all the rules for collection. You'll learn the set out dates and when you're supposed to get the leaves out for pickup. You'll learn the right way to set them out, because you don't want to put the leaves right into the street, because putting leaves in the street causes a lot of those problems we're talking about, where those phosphorus and nutrient-rich runoff, the leaves right to the lakes. And we're going to see a demonstration here a little bit after Phil shows us how to properly mulch leaves into the lawn, about what all that work is for us to go around and pick up leaves multiple times here at the year. We also have a new property lookup tool to help people be able to find those set out dates a little bit easier than that online form. All that's available at cityofmadison.com/yardwaste. So thank you. And I have more copies if anybody wants some here. So.
Yeah, well, thanks for coming out this morning. Fall is my favorite time of the year, and it's one of the reasons why I stay in Madison. It's just to experience all 4 seasons. Trees are an important part of our community, and we need to be, good stewards of the land. And with the trees, come the leaves. So every year, this time of year, I always look forward to the raking. And also, making sure we take care of our yards. But also, as the mayor said, it's very important to keep the leaves out of our lakes. The leaves can cause a lot of kind of the algae bloom and others that can damage our lakes. So I think it's important to, again, be good stewards of the land, take care of the trees, take care of our yards, and thank you for all coming out.
All right, so we're going to have some demonstrations, but the too long didn't read version is you can reuse your leaves and the nutrients in them by composting them, by mulching them on your garden beds, by mulching them into your lawn, or by putting them on the terrace for the city to collect. But whatever you do, please don't get them into the street and let them go to our lakes. Any questions before we go to the demonstrations?
Oh, I'll talk about that.
We'll talk about that.
Yeah, we can do that. Yes. Those are leaves, and like that's probably the preferred way we like to see them stacked out of the curb for pickup. So we have them in those compostable paper leaf bags. It's easier for street division crews to be picked up. Also, whenever you are bagging the leaves, keep them open at the top, so when crews show up, they know what's inside of them. Because we're only collecting leaves and yard waste this time of year. We're not collecting brush. Sometimes people set other materials in the bags too. We only want to collect yard waste here, so we've got to be able to see inside there so we know what's there. Sometimes people will put out just black plastic bags with them tied closed. We don't know what's inside those bags, so we have to leave them there. Plus putting them in bags keeps them from blowing into the street. Now we'll collect loose piles at the terrace like that, but keeping them in bags or covering them with the tarp keeps them contained and helps prevent them from blowing around so much like that.
Any other questions? All right, let's see how it works.